Alright, we're back for round two with none other than the Brad Nelson himself, FF Freak. He is likely playing a mirror match, and of course, I have to mulligan. He's going to make fun of me at work tomorrow. This hand's pretty good, though. Alright, so I'm going to lead off here with Noble Hierarch, I believe. The 1 point might not matter that much, and rather just go ahead and try to get a mana advantage against him. We may end up having to burn a Force of Will on something as simple as a Glistener Elf, but we could get dazed, so I don't really want to do that. The old free roll Gataxian Probe. Time to get my Noble Hierarch beat down on. This hand's actually not bad for the mirror. I would think I would very much like to have access to a Blighted Agent. But yeah, I mean, that card could be bad for me, but I really don't want to get dazed, so we're not going to daze it. I think I'm fine trading a Nexus here for the Glistener Elf, since now we have a backup. And I'm going to hold up my Noble Hierarch, not actually going to attack, in case, I mean, he could just block, right, and then kill my Noble Hierarch, and would not very much want that, so. Alright, but the cool thing about the Infect mirror is that creatures will always trade if they connect. Now, he could go Invigorate, Berserk, Force, and then I'm dead, which Brad has a penchant for doing that. But we're okay trading that. Now, if he plays Blighted Agent, I think I have to counter it. At least try to. The deck plays very few threats, and he'll have to have a Force on backup here to keep it in play. Let's see what he does. We can pay for days. He can double days as well. Yeah, I figured he would Force, but now he's pretty far ahead of me as far as hand is concerned. But I drew a dead Force of Will. And I'm okay trading a Noble Hierarch for a Blighted Agent, so we'll go ahead and try that. See if he lets that happen. But assume not, since the life doesn't matter too much. And we can't block, so we'll take it and cross our fingers that we don't die. But knowing Brad, we're going to get nut drawn, so. Yep. Interesting. I guess he just has all the Invigorates imaginable. Yeah, okay. Well played, sir. Well played. Alrighty. Well, we were going to win that game regardless. I'm not sure how to sideboard in this matchup. I do know that I want Piracy Charm, Flusterstorm, and the Submerges. The Corrosion Grip and the Nature's Claim and the Sylvan Library are all okay. The Sylvan Library is definitely good on the play. But the Nature's Claim, Corrosion Grip only kill Inkmoth Nexus, and I'm not sure how important it is to have things that only kill, the land. The Wasteland is good. The crop rotations to get Wasteland are fine. Although, getting Dazed or Spell Pierce or Flusterstormed on the crop rotation is pretty gross. I guess I could maybe trim on those. I haven't played too many mirror matches, so I'm not exactly sure how to board. I'm not exactly keen on Force, though. I understand it can help you fight through things, but the 2-for-1 aspect, and having to have enough blue cards in your hand to do something about it is pretty gross. So we're going to go with this configuration, I believe. All these other cards seem pretty good. The Stifle may not be worth it, actually. We could maybe bring in the Nature's Claim over the Stifle. And then I like everything else, I believe, so we'll do that. Okay, on the play here for game 2, and yeah, this hand's really good. Let's just hope we don't die on turn 3. Alright, I'm going to lead here with Glistener Elf. That way we can maybe start getting our beat down on. while we set up the rest of our draw. And I want to wait on the probe, I think, at least one turn. You know, next turn I can probe to see if I want to play Noble Hierarch or not. Whether, like, if I draw a Brainstorm and he has a hand that I don't really want to keep any of these cards against, I can Brainstorm and shuffle them away with the Misty instead. So I'm really hoping he doesn't just have a Nutter Butters draw. Piracy Charm, that's a good one. Alright, yeah, we'll go ahead and probe and just see what's going on over there. Probably just going to go Nexus Hierarch. So we got Wasteland, Noble, Elf, Flusser, Forest. Wow, this hand's really good. Cool thing about Vines of the Vast was you can use it defensively and, you know, counter his spells on his guy. Let's see what we draw, since we got his hand written down. So next turn he's just gonna go. If I play Nexus, he'll probably go Glistener Elf Wasteland. I guess regardless, I just want to Brainstorm, and then I can figure out what to do from there. So we drew Pendlehaven, so we get Pendlehaven Glistener Elf. That doesn't sound so bad, and we can maybe get a chance to shuffle away that extra land in a moment. Actually, I could just play, let's see. The Spell Pierce actually doesn't seem like it's going to be very good since his counterspell is Flusterstorm. So I'm actually just going to shuffle away all that stuff. I'm going to play Glistener Elf. Next turn, probably play Ink Moth and Noble, but yeah, his hand is really good for the current situation, although he doesn't have a way to bust through my Glistener Elf, and so we get to trade off with his. Unless, of course, he draws a Berserk. But again, we do potentially have Vines and a way to protect, so that's good. Well, that's nice. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and try to kill his Glistener Elf. If he invigorates, we can Vines, but he does not. So we'll just go Nexus, attack for 2. Now, if he wants to burn his Invigorate to kill my Glistener Elf and trade 2 for 1, I'm also fine with that. And he'll almost 100%. Well, I figured he would Wasteland the Nexus now, but he's letting me untap and potentially Vinesing it. So we can Wasteland, Spell, and then Flusterstorm. I think I'll just attack with both these guys. I missed the trigger from the Noble, but I think that's okay. Again, if he wants to burn and Invigorate here. I don't really want to Vines because he can just Flusterstorm it. I guess we can technically pay. Let's see, so I play Vines, he plays Fluster, I can pay, but I don't know, that doesn't seem great, because he could just like cast Invigorate and then Flusterstorm and then block, so Alright, we'll just pump. And I'll just play conservatively. As you can see, Wasteland was pretty good right there. I mean, we could have protected, like I don't know. It seemed gross to try. It was unlikely that it was going to happen, so. probably going to Invigorate here and block. So he casts Invigorate, I play Vines, he plays Flusterstorm. So that's 1, 2, Fluster's 3. So I can Vines his guy, and then pay for Flusterstorm. I think that's correct, since Vinesing my guy doesn't really do anything and actually just gets a counter by Flusterstorm by itself. Now, he can play another spell here, and then Flusterstorm, so I guess he's Vinesing his own guy in response, which is perfectly fine. We end up losing our Glistener Elf, but he ends up losing his Noble Hierarch too. So basically, I have a board with Noble and a Pendlehaven versus his nothing. So he has a Flusterstorm in hand. That's it. So, or a Flusterstorm and a random card, but obviously just peels Blighted Agent. Master. Sylvan Library is pretty good. So his last card is likely Flusterstorm. I don't think he would have shuffled that away. Oh, wow, this was really dumb. Hold on. That was just really dumb. I didn't mean to attack because I just didn't see the Pendlehaven. Since it's Brad, he's letting me just deal him a damage. I just got to make sure that if I'm going to kill him, I got to hit him for 19, because I would not have attacked if I had paid any amount of attention. So, sorry, it's just playing and talking is really distracting. So, alright, well, let's take a look at this here Sylvan Library. See what we got going on. Yep. Oh, we'll pay 4 life twice. And we're mostly paying 4 life just because we want to see, a fresh 3 next turn, and the life totals don't really matter. Alright, so he technically will say he's at 19, so this is going to put him at 17. Now, it's unlikely that either of these cards do anything, so keeping them is whatever, but we don't have a way to shuffle. Alrighty. Well, thank God we're not dead yet. Yep. We would like to do that. We'll just keep all these cards too. We'll go to 3. Now, he's technically at 17, so we can Invigorate and Berserk. So, cast Invigorate. That makes it a 4, and then it goes to 6, then goes to 12, so it's not quite enough to kill him. So we can't do that, so we're just going to try to play our own Blighted Agent, and then hope we don't die, I guess. I could have attacked for 2, I don't know. I'm just kind of all in on this Blighted Agent now and hoping it survives. But, Well, he drew a Verdant Catacombs. I'm not sure how relevant that is, other than he can go get a Dryad Arbor maybe, but I don't think he would have cited it in. Well, we're not dead. That is a relief. Alright, let's take a look at these. We can't pay any more life, but we did draw a Flusterstorm. That's good. So, we're gonna put the Inkmoth on top, and I guess the Flusterstorm on top, and then we can ponder into the Flusterstorm? Maybe? No. I don't want to turn on his Flusterstorm if I can help it, so. Alright, so he's at 4 poison, so as long as either the Berserk or the Invigorate resolves, he's dead, so. we're just gonna go for that. And we can Daze, Berserk, Flusterstorm, all to potentially counter his. So Submerge my guy. Man, that's good. I wish I had kept that Ponder now. Alright, so he can pay 4. There's a small chance that he did not keep the Flusterstorm in his hand earlier. Let's see, he shuffled with a Misty. That was more recent, though. I'm just trying to figure out if he still has Flusterstorm. I think he does. We've been kind of playing like he does. Yeah, that's bad. Let's see. I can Daze it, he goes to 3, Flusterstorm, and then I can maybe pay for his Flusterstorm. So we're just going to go for it. Might as well. I can also cast Berserk now to give me an extra spell. Alright, so this is 1, 2, 3. Flusterstorm would be 4, so he could pay 4. But he can also Flusterstorm copies of mine, but then I can pay for them. I think that's how it works. Alright, so Invigorate, Submerge, Daze, Flusterstorm. I guess we can go ahead and cast Berserk anyway. Let's see. Or so I just need to make sure that I have enough mana to play around his thing. Huh. Yeah, whatever. Let's see if this works. So he can pay for 2 of them, and then Flusterstorm the other 2, putting like 3 on one and 2 on the other, but I can pay. So I think I'm okay. Alright. Is that good? We good? Well, I think I'm about to get Flusterstormed here. Oh, that was dumb. His last card was Flusterstorm, and now it's going to counter my Berserk. But I guess that's okay. Because I'm at 6 poison, so I'm going to attack him for 4. Okay. Well, this is a big ol' hole blue, but he has no cards in hand and has a top deck, so. Alright, so we're hitting for 4. Next turn. If he doesn't draw anything, he dies. That was a weird exchange. Yep. No! That was a good draw! Miss, 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 miss! Oh man, miss! Miss! This is so exciting! Wow! I can't believe I won that game. Oh, that was great. I'm glad you guys got to see that. That was sweet. Alright, well, let's try to figure some stuff out here. So, the more I think about it, the more I'm not digging on Spell Pierce. The games seem like they're not short per se, but the spells are usually very cheap. Flusterstorm can potentially counter stuff like you saw in that game. He had 4 mana open and it still countered his Submerge. Maybe that means I do want like 1 or 2 Force of Wills. Yeah, I'm going to cut the Nature's Claim and a Spell Pierce and bring in 2 Forces and just try to use these to brute force some stuff through. Whether that means protecting or being defensive. So, ugh. This is a YOLO hand. We have 2 very good cards in Submerge and Wasteland to keep him off of uh, you know, ridiculous guys or whatever. So Noble Hierarch is not something I'm super afraid of, as we have our own. I kind of want to save my Wasteland. Like, I could just try to blow him out with the Wasteland here, but that doesn't seem like a great idea. Glistener Elf? That is. Maybe we don't have another land. Ooh. Wow, this might be Blowout City. Let's take a look. So, 2 Brainstorm, Berserk, Submerge. Again, his hand is pretty good. This Wasteland not doing a whole lot, and we are very flooded. We can Submerge his Glistener Elf. Huh. Or we could just Wasteland him. Take 3. Huh. Not really sure what to do. Sorry, just give me a second. Alright, so we're fairly protected right now from combo on his side. Wasteland's not really going to slow him down because he does have the 2 Noble Hierarchs. Like, a Submerge plus Wasteland is okay. I think I'm just going to do that. Now, he may Submerge my Noble Hierarch, but I don't think so. Like, I'm taking off his land, but it's just way too important of a card in the matchup for it to be what you want to be doing. I'm going to go and attack him. Damage might end up mattering if we're able to trade off Infect creatures, so there's nothing for me to do with the mana. Surprised he's casting Glistener Elf before Brainstorm here. Maybe he's just going to hold up for Berserker or whatever. I guess we attack. I guess he can Berserk it. I don't really want to daze that. I don't really want to block either. Whatever. Alright, let's just draw a Brainstorm. Hopefully he'll end up turn Brainstorm and just daze that. I think I'm just going to cast it. I don't really want to return a land to my hand at this point. And he's kind of stuck with a Submerge in hand, unless he's able to Brainstorm into a Forest. But he is attacking me for 3 poison and potentially 6 here. And if he drew an Invigorate or whatever, then I'm actually just dead. Ooh, Blighted Agent. That's good too. Alright, draw Piracy Charm, or Brainstorm and Piracy Charm. Alright, well we know his hand, we just want to cycle it. Berserk, Brainstorm, Submerge. I think we're probably chump blocking if he attack. Or he's not going to attack both, he's just going to attack with a Blighted Agent. Never mind. We are not in good shape. We really need to draw another Submerge, which we'll likely have to hardcast. Okay, well, I think I'm fine chumping here. We don't really need the extra mana, and we don't have a guy to do anything with. And if he Berserks, we would take 5 up to 8. But we have the Vines potentially to protect from that. Yeah, maybe Force was incorrect. But, I mean, I just cut a Spell Pierce for it, so looks like we're probably just going to die here. Yeah, this matchup's kind of weird. Like, drawing too many reactive cards or too many threats is kind of bad. Like, if I had drawn, one threat this game, I would have been in really good shape because I had him down on mana. Alright, but he's continuing to just attack with the Glistener Elf, which I guess I'm okay with. We're up to 6 poison. That's pretty bad. Yeah, and he's going to continue to play around Submerge by not cracking the Misty. We are going down to about 0 outs. I guess we can potentially force his Berserk. And then maybe just vines it. And then we can draw Brainstorm into Piracy Charm and another guy to block. And then protect our guy with vines. So yeah, we just drew too many reactive things, not enough threats. That's like a little dangerous to keep a hand without threats, but I don't know. I think like having a mana advantage in this matchup when you have like a Wasteland that can potentially protect you from an Inkmoth Nexus and a Submerge, which is just such a good card in the matchup. I wanted to try to set him back early by putting the Glistener Elf on top and Wastelanding him, but I don't know if that was actually correct. Yeah, we are in a lot of trouble. I don't think I'm going to miracle out my opponent like I did in the first round. Although it's possible. I mean, we could have played this game significantly differently too, and potentially had a much better chance. Alright, well. Well, he said he's got me dead. He just needs to figure out how to order it. I'm assuming that means he has like 2 pump spells, a Berserk, and I don't really know why that makes too much of a difference. Crop Invigorate, 2x Berserk. Dude, I don't know. I don't... Well, let's let Brad try to figure things out. Let's see, he said he has a crop rotation to where he can go get Pendlehaven. So he can target either of his guys with the Pendlehaven. I'm sure he figured it out. I'll just let him show me how it's done. Unfortunately, even if I had a Submerge here, yeah, I don't know. I would do this, I think, normally, so we'll just try to do that. And force and let him double Berserk. Doesn't matter. Yeah, because then he can pump the Blight Agent and then attack with it and counter it, I guess. Yeah, we'll just give him some extra goodness. Alright, well that's round 2. Hopefully we'll play against a non-mirror match next round, and be right back.